Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Smark Tank. I am Shannon Epstein alongside the... Is it the Wondrous One now?
Oh yeah, brother, it's the Wondrous One. You've been wondering things about WWE,
I feel like we need to give you a new moniker at this point.
Do I need a new moniker? Tell me something, bro.
You're not wondering anymore.
I've been wondering, my friend, about the product, brother. You know, I've been sitting in the back. I was talking to Miss Elizabeth. I was like, hey.
Yeah? What did Miss Elizabeth say?
I don't understand why
is your power that you can speak to people beyond the grave?
It's one of my many abilities. I'm like a medium sometimes. I like a
Long Island medium?
Like a medium well.
Yeah, you do have good hair to be a medium.
Do I?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that too, brother.
Call you the Canarsie medium.
I'm a wanderer, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Canarsie medium.
That's
black.
That's what I do.
So wrestling was pretty good this week.
This is a good week.
I have to say they have upped the product.
The product was good this week. 2 weeks
but
in a row?
you know, I made a mistake this week.
Actually, no. The last week was me.
I made a big mistake this week.
What'd you do?
I was like, I want to show my girlfriend why I'm into wrestling.
Well, yeah, and she got to see.
And I literally just put on the one of the December episodes.
Oh no!
Of 1998.
Oh
Raw's War.
Yeah.
And this was the episode after the episode in which Shane McMahon got his ass dominated by Mankind. And Shawn Michaels and DX were standing on the ramp, keeping the corporation from coming down and interfering.
Yeah.
So Vince McMahon in all his glory is like the Godfather, basically decides he's going to clean house, fire Michaels, punish everybody, and nonstop throughout the evening, all you see is like corporate interference in every single match, even for people who like have nothing to do with the corporation.
See, that's such a great angle.
So like Tess comes out like every match and just like fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
Like basically they ruled a hardcore match and no contest, which irked me. I was like, wait, no, this is a no DQ match.
Yeah.
Why the hell is Road Dogg like? Why is he calling for the bell?
I love it.
And like I'm just pointing out to like Shoko, I'm like, that guy's dead. That guy runs the company now. She's like, wait, this guy runs the company? What's his name? I was like, Road Dogg.
Yes.
She's like, his name is Road Dogg? Did his mother not like him or something?
Yep.
I'm like, I think his real name's like BG James or whatever, Brian James.
Brian, yeah, I forgot the
but it was just
yeah,
it
Brian
was like
James.
so funny. I was like, so this guy's a porn star. She's like, what the fuck is
Are you talking about like
Val Venus?
Val Venus?
It was like Val Venus versus like Road Dogg or something like
Val
that.
Venus is a porn star.
Yeah, and like Big Boss Man was like the tag team champions with I think Ken Shamrock. It was like so weird. Like I don't even remember that.
It was really weird.
But it was like such a fast moving product. Like
it was. It like progressed all the time. I mean, that's the thing about like 90s into even to like Ruthless Aggression era of the product. It was like the storylines are always moving, and
it was moving. Yeah, there was no dead space. If there was a promo, it was a promo that needed to happen. Yeah, like honestly, like if Vince McMahon was coming out and running his mouth, it was because something needed to be said. It wasn't kind of like the way he's doing promos now is like, I'm going to position you as a bigger star than you are, Kofi Kingston, by taking things away from you. That's kind of like the way the Attitude Era first started in the early 90s.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Was like Vince McMahon's like, listen, I don't know how to tell you this, but
you're
never getting this title shot. I know you won, but you're never getting it. It's like, oh, boo, we like him more, Vince. Yeah. Right? That's kind of how we've, been trained to understand Vince McMahon, and that's kind of where they've gone back to. But where they were in the 90s was Vince McMahon was like basically like a mafia boss. I mean,
that's what he was. I mean, and
he was just like really like he was saying things that kind of needed to be said as like a wrestler, as like a talent, like I'm gonna beat each and every one of your asses, and you know what? I'm going to fire Shawn Michaels like I wish I could fire each and every one of you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I noticed basically all the heel work was like kind of crowd work in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, really, that's what it was.
Not now.
I mean,
there's no crowd work at all. No. They don't call them idiots. They don't do any of that.
They don't go for the cheap heat. The cheap heat is so important.
But it kind of is. Yeah, it really so it's just basic math kind of deal.
Yeah, it's like you're cutting a promo on The Rock. You're like, oh, you know what, Rock? You're just so talentless. Every time I see you in that stupid eyebrow, I just think about all the armpit sweat that all these fat losers out here in the crowd accumulate when you come down. They wish they could look like you, but they can't.
And they cheer.
And
then the arena gets so hot and smelly.
And I'm just like, ugh. And then I realize, of course it's hot and smelly.
Because this is Pittsburgh.
Because this is Pittsburgh. And
it's like, it is an armpit of America. The Rock wants to know, are you done? You come down here and you run your mouth and you don't even have the class to introduce yourself. What is your name? It doesn't matter what your name is.
There it is, yeah.
It was good stuff.
And I like
great.
That's all it takes. That's what a promo is, but they don't do that anymore. Like, you have like Elias do it every once in a while.
Oh, Elias is kind of like, that's why he's so popular.
Yeah, he's like a throwback. He's like, he embraces the cheap heat.
He was like, I was gonna sing a song about how great Albany is, but then I decided I don't like Albany.
He's like, I was writing a song about what an awful dump this city is and how everyone in it is just parasitic organisms sucking on the teat of society, and it'd be better if you all died. And just like, what?
Just like Bob Dylan, right?
But then I said, no, I don't want to write something positive. I want to write something negative today. I want to write something sad, something really depressing,
Like Dean Ambrose wants to know, can you play Thunderstruck? I was like, with Dean Ambrose not giving a fuck, and
it's really good.
Not giving a fuck about him.
Yeah,
it's kind of making me realize why I like Dean Ambrose in the first place. I was like, oh yeah, all right. Dean Ambrose is coming out here. It's like, listen, man, I don't really like anybody. Like I was in the Shield, but I wasn't really in the Shield. If you know what I mean. Like,
oh my god,
Dean Ambrose was kind of always a loose cannon.
Wait, can you play Thunderstruck, man? You got the chorus.
What about Dirty Deeds, man? Can you play Dirty Deeds? He's like, I see where you're going, Ambrose. I'm smarter than you. Okay, well, Dean wants to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it was good. It was not bad this week. There was like a couple of like lacking segments, but obviously the big news.
Roro's back.
Roro's back.
Got that super baby.
Super post leukemia baby face.
Ultra baby face pop. Yeah.
Oh my god. It was cool.
It was a beautiful moment. It really was. Because it was really shocking when he announced that he had leukemia and that he'd come back.
Yeah.
And it was shocking to the point where people were just like,
I feel like people were crying, actually.
Yeah.
I think I saw people like, oh my god, I'm so happy. Like, whoa.
And people were like, oh yeah.
Should we rename the show to Mark Tank? I don't know. I don't know. It was like they were in it.
I think the thing about it for me was that I
thought he was gonna cut a promo on Lesnar right away. Because the minute you come back from a big thing and you had to relinquish your title, for me as a fan, I was like, okay, cool. I'm waiting for him to just cut Brock Lesnar to shreds. And Brock, I want you to get your ass into this ring. I don't care if you're in this arena or not. You're just holding my title and keeping it warm for the big dog in his yard, Roman Reigns. I thought he was going to do some shit like this and just go right to town. And you know what? If that means I have to face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, I thought he was just going to get right back into the swing of things.
Yeah, sure.
They kind of eased him in. They did that whole post beatdown angle. And I'm sitting there watching Dean Ambrose lying on the floor. I'm like, what? They're going to leave their boy lying there that?
See, this is my thing. Here's my thing.
They're going to just leave him lying there like that? They don't give a fuck? That was bullshit.
As much as I love this current iteration of Dean Ambrose who doesn't give a fuck, I'm not re-signing. I think he's gonna re-sign.
You think it's a super swerve?
I think now that Roman's back, he's probably gonna resign.
Why do you say that? I totally doubt it. I still think he's done.
I think him and Roman were really close.
So they're gonna send Roman to re-up Ambrose?
I think if anyone can talk him into it, it's probably Roman Reigns. They might have to give him less years and more creative freedom, but I think Roman could be like, come on, man. Like we started it together. Come on. Like this is the moment. There's no one else. It's us. And like
I don't think so. And I don't think he should either.
I don't know if he should or he shouldn't. I think
WWE's product is gotten a lot better since there was a whiff of real competition.
Yeah, I mean since there's a whiff of real competition and Dean Ambrose is like,
it just proves you need Joker needs a Batman.
Sure,
that's it, and Batman needs a Joker. Sure, like that's just the proof right there. Is that like SmackDown? Him being his own competition, he doesn't know how to compete against himself because the minute Paul Heyman was giving him trouble, he killed Paul Heyman. Like, oh, cool, I have control over who I can kill. You know?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. When Paul Heyman's SmackDown was like basically beating the shit out of Raw. Yes. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he killed his own competition. He's like, I want competition. I need competition. I want this to be a thing. And like Paul Heyman would be like, no, these are SmackDown guys. Don't talk to them. You know, like, and he'd be like, what? No, I'm paying their salary. Yeah. Had a fucking fit.
Yeah.
Now you don't have control over it. Now the wrestling game is going on. So, look, they're up in their product. Still, it probably won't even, it'll pale in comparison to what AEW could potentially be.
Right.
Because this is the wrestlers running the show. It's not Vince McMahon.
Sure.
It's the boys running the product. This was something that Austin often kind of said was like, let the boys call their work.
Yeah.
Let the boys deliver their promos. Let them get over by themselves.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Sure, you could use a little help from the Hollywood writers here and there, but let the boys kind of do the thing. That's another thing about the 90s. Almost every pre-show match, they had like a little promo.
Yeah.
Like Val Venus would say something before he started, losing or whatever was going on.
He did, yeah. Yeah.
He said like, if my right leg was Christmas and my left leg was New Year's, why don't you come over and stop in between the holidays? Yeah. Which is something Mae West used to say.
But, that is true.
But it's funny. It was funny that Val Venus said it. It was like, what's old is new again. Mm-hmm. And that's still fucking old because it's the 90s. So
yeah. I mean, like, I think AEW is definitely pushing them to be more creative.
Oh, my God, is it?
Yeah, and I think that's great.
They're doing better.
Yeah, and
they're doing a lot better.
I think that seeing that they're still 2 months out, and they literally got Daniel Bryan, who of all people, if I was gonna be like this guy's gonna leave, it would have been Daniel fucking Bryan.
I didn't think that. I never thought that, and I'll tell you why. Because of Brie.
No.
Because of his wife.
No. If they did not clear him, because they that was like a snap judgment. They were like, okay, like you look me in the eyes and tell me you think if they were like, no, you can't wrestle, he would have been like, okay, I'm gonna stay and just be your little.
No, never.
No. They literally.
But there was also no AEW.
Sure, but there was
time.
He doesn't need AEW.
No, he didn't.
AEW.
He could have made ROH AEW.
AEW needs Daniel Bryan. Like, if we're going to be completely fucking honest.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, like, AEW is great right now, but if they got Daniel Bryan, they are legitimate contenders for WWE. Like the level of, like, fan base he's going to bring over with him.
Sure.
It's just, like, I'm talking casuals who are, like...
I agree. And I don't think Dean Ambrose has the casual
I think he has enough casual fans.
To an extent.
Yeah, but
not what Daniel Bryan was offering.
No. Yeah, not Daniel Bryan. But, like, what I'm saying is, like, if they... And, like, this is a guy who, like, didn't give a fuck for... Like,
I know, he was saying what he felt.
For, like, way longer. Like an extended period of time. Like, we're talking like 6-7 months of just like...
I'm actually surprised they gave him the title because I honestly feel like he didn't need the title, but I feel like at this point the title kind of needed him.
Yeah, like this is a guy who like was not giving up for 6-7 months extended on live television.
Yeah.
Just being like in interviews, just being like, yeah, I
don't trust WWE to tell that story, do you?
Just being like, yeah,
yep, he's right.
He's like, sometimes I just, I don't like working for WWE sometimes, and you're just like, what is?
But that's what comes with a decade of work under your belt. Sure. Okay.
Yeah. No, and it's like,
because when did Daniel Bryan come in? Like 2005 or something like that.
Yeah, like around I want to say 2000.
Maybe like a year after Kofi.
I want to say like 2006, 2007.
But I'm saying, think about it. Kofi's been there 11 years.
Yes,
and Kofi's been there longer than Daniel Bryan.
Well, I think about a year or two.
So Daniel Bryan was in their developmental program at some point.
No, he came straight from ROH.
He was in NXT.
Well, he was in.
He was in NXT, which is their developmental program.
I guess, yeah.
And then they brought up Nexus as soon as the first season of NXT was over, which was weird to me.
I mean, I didn't even consider NXT like a developmental program because it was such a strange.
It was a reality show.
Yeah, it was
a reality show, but that was their developmental program, was to get these guys like some exposure.
Sure, it was.
Which I think in a way. They might want to consider doing that again, actually.
Sure.
But maybe not in that incarnation of like, oh, let's see who can push a tire across a football field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was weird.
Like, Tough Enough was actually interesting.
Yes, it was.
But it banked too much on the reality show format, which ultimately
kind of killed it. Yeah.
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 So
I mean, my thing is like this. So I think if they could pull that fucking Hail Mary miracle shit out of their ass with Daniel Bryan. Like not only getting the doctor to be like, you can wrestle, and then getting him to be like, okay, here's a shit ton of money, stay, and he's like, okay.
So you think Dean Ambrose of the thing where he just like, all right.
I think if they could
because they were pitching him a big offer before.
Sure, but I think they were pitching him money and not giving him the guarantees that he wanted, which is probably creative control over his character. The ability to really have some like influence over what he does in the ring, like that's the stuff that he's leaving for. That's the reason he doesn't want to stay.
Well, we've talked about that.
Yeah. So like, so I'm like,
so you're saying if he gets creative control,
I think,
and he's got the WWE machine behind him, it's kind of a win-win because WWE is a brand name that is in the households that everyone recognizes.
Yeah. And if you think about it, he's also in the same situation. His wife works for WWE, directly works for WWE.
Yeah, they can pull some shit on him where like they try to keep Renee away from him as much as possible.
Yeah, so it's like
they tried to do that to Paige and Alberto Del Rio, although they were probably right to keep them two away from each other.
Yeah, they were a little
toxic,
combustible.
But what do we know?
What do we know? But like that's what I'm saying. It's like I think that there is a chance that they're gonna pull it off. He ends up staying. That being said, as much as I like this current angle, and I do, it makes me sad that they botched his like heel turn so bad, because like Roman coming back, if they had made that heel turn work, would have been so much.
I mean, if they had, that's the whole reason that this is happening right now is because they had botched the heel turn. Yeah, is because like he's like, I'm not gonna be a face or a heel. I'm just gonna kind of come out and like do me.
I'm just gonna go out there and like get like hot dogs and shit. Yeah.
Because that's kind of why like people like me in the first place. I don't know if you guys knew that, but
that's kind of who I am. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, dude.
But I do care. That's the thing. I mean, that's why I'm not signing the contracts.
Like I care, but I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But that is thing is like he's good at not caring. In a way that makes it reflective that he cares.
Yeah, like I don't care.
It's like a circle of care
that I don't care.
Yeah, he's like, I want you to know that I care about not caring. Like okay.
I'm very caring about not caring. Because it's like, like I was sitting there, I was in the, like, thinking to myself the other day, I was like, if they had just done, like, it was funny, I was like sitting there, like, fancy booking, I was like, they had just done the storyline the way I wrote it in my head, it'd be perfect. It'd be so perfect, right? Like, we talked about it before, where it's like, Dean Ambrose just doesn't talk to anybody, beats people up, and then they're just like, what the fuck's going on with you? And like,
until they can figure out a real storyline that doesn't involve medical syringes.
Sure.
Yes,
yeah.
Sure.
And then like I came up with the perfect idea. Like Dean comes out and you have Renee interview him, and she's like, Dean, she's like, fuck, John, what is going on with you?
Oh, she breaks kayfabe?
Yeah, she's like, what is happening? And then he's just like,
I don't know if that's his real name, John Moxley, either. I think that was also
his name is Jonathan Good. That's his name.
Oh, okay.
So she's just like, John, what's going on? And he's just like, this is about this isn't about me. This isn't about Seth Rollins. Like this is about Joe Anoa'i. And then like he just goes into this thing where he's like the only person who's ever been kind to me, like from the minute I got to WWE to the minute I blah 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 was Joe Anoa'i. He's been my best friend. He's been like, he supported me, like, blah blah blah. He's like, when Seth Rollins turned his back on us, he supported me. He when I won the world title, he was the first person behind the gates to hug me and congratulate me. It's like, and all of you people, every single day for the last 3 years, tried to tear him down.
That's good.
Again and again and again and again, and I had to sit back there, and I wanted to come out and tell you people just what I thought of you, but he would stop me. He would say no.
The machine didn't want me to tell you what I thought about each and every single one of you, but he stopped me.
Yeah, no. He was like, don't do it.
And guess what?
He's like, I never wanted to be back into Shield. I never wanted to fucking fist bump Seth Rollins ever again. But
Seth Rollins was scum.
He's scum, but you know who convinced me? He said, no, give it another chance.
He's our brother.
Joe is like, so when I spiked Seth Rollins' head into the floor, it's because Joe Anoa'i wasn't there anymore.
And I didn't care. Because you know what? I blame Seth Rollins. I blame all of you. I'm like, that's all you had to do. That's not bad
at
all.
All you had to, like, that is the perfect start.
That's so good. Yeah.
And then Seth Rollins could have been like, came out and been like, oh,
And then Joe could have came out this week and stopped him and been like, while this was going on for like the past 3 to 4 months or whatever.
Yeah.
He could have just been nonstop, winning, not caring, angry, bitter, and Roman comes out, it's like, bro, where are you? Come back, Dean.
Yeah,
come back to us, bro. I'm here. I'm out of remission. I fucking love you. I miss you, bro. Where's my brother? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you're gonna have a crazy storyline. You don't even have to have him like hit Roman. You could just be like,
but that capitalizes on the way Roman is in real life.
Yeah.
Like we just saw a video about how one of the writers was like, nah, dude, everybody's important here. You're important, and I wouldn't throw you to the wolves like that. And he's like, I only had 2 conversations with Roman Reigns before this moment.
Yeah, and then if you wanted to have this,
and Roman just plays the locker room leader. Yeah, because that's what he is, man. That's what he is backstage. These fans don't know shit, man. Yeah. They boo him, they love him, whatever. They're kind of just like Pavlovian doing what they're told. But who is he really? Sure. Who is Roman Reigns really? He's a locker room leader. Yeah. So you have him come out once again, try to mitigate his brothers. Yeah, and then
you could have had a whole storyline leading to either if you want to have Roman be super babyface, you could have Dean just be turn on Roman and be like, you know what, I didn't need you either, blah blah. Yeah. And then have them
and then you keep having these little hints that Dean's gonna come back and Dean's gonna be part of the shit. Come on, Dean. And then he spikes Roman. And you know what I realized after all this time, Joe? Is that you were holding me from my true self. You know what I mean? Some evil
something, bullshit. Whatever. And it's you could have done that. And you know what? I think the storyline they're gonna do with the Shield reunion is probably gonna be just as good.
I don't know.
Or fine.
Whatever.
But
I don't know if he's staying. I hope he doesn't actually.
Yeah. I mean, because
WWE needs to be held accountable. They need to kind of be taught a lesson that
But the emotional high that would have given every subsequent Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose match, if they had done something like that, where he's like, I blame the crowd for for Roman Reigns getting leukemia, even though it's absurd. I blame Seth Rollins. That's an emotional thing that people who...
Well, the crowd is kind of like a person to him in this promo. It's I blame them. Yeah. Because they are the ones who hurt everything.
Yeah, because people, when their family members get sick or when someone dies, they grieve and they lash out. Not, that's a human thing. You don't want to be a dick, but people, when they get emotional, they lash out. So like that would have been like something that resonated with people.
Sure.
And like it would have got him heat, and it would have made him immediately.
Well, what's good is it gets him over, it gets Seth over, it gets Roman over again when he comes back and tries to help out. Yeah. He's like more important than just like, oh, cool, I'm the top guy coming back.
Yeah. And there's like
there's a reason for him to come back.
Yeah, he gets interjected. Yeah.
Roman Reigns is like, listen, man. You think I was at home just not watching? You think I was just making movies with The Rock? On Monday night at 8 o'clock, I would be glued to that TV screen to see what was going on with my brothers. You think I didn't call Seth Rollins? You think I didn't try to reach out to you? Of course I did. You didn't pick up my calls.
Yep. See?
Seth picked up my calls. Seth was there. And I am trying to be here for you again. This is why I came back, bro. Like, yeah, I'm recovered. I'm in remission, but I'm not 100%. But I still came back for you, even though that's not true.
Yeah, whatever. But like that, but like that's a story there
that wrote itself.
Yeah, that is like emotionally powerful that you could take all the way to fucking WrestleMania instead of having fucking Dean Ambrose be fucking Bane.
That's sweet injection.
Yeah, and it's like, and like we're like just like,
yes, give me more of that sweet injection.
Yeah, and it's just like it was like, oh man, I really love this Roman moment, and like how much. And I
think what threw Dean off this week is they played his music, and then when his exit music hit, it was like with the alarms.
Yeah.
He was like, what? I thought you guys took that shit off. I could see him like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah. No, but like, I love that. I did like the angle with him and Elias, and him and the match with McIntyre was really fun. So, and like that ending.
Well, moment. Yeah, it was, but it also felt kind of like what we were talking about, where you said, oh, you know what? I'm challenging you to a cage match. It was hey, this is the second match they've had. Like,
yeah, I really
was challenging him to a no DQ match.
He's like, I want to face you in a Texas death match tonight. You're like, what? We're not even in Texas. I think
you should just come out every week, challenge Drew McIntyre to a gimmick match, and then just lose the gimmick match.
I've challenged you, Drew McIntyre, to a Detroit street fight. Like, what? We're in Cleveland.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good.
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge you to a Chicago street fight in New York.
In New York.
Mike, why don't you challenge me to a New York street fight?
I don't want a New York street fight. All right?
That's really dangerous, man. That's kind of brutal. Chicago street fight, you just got trash cans usually.
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. Don't worry about it.
I know the weapons they have in Chicago because I'm a connoisseur of weapons.
Yeah, no, I've
due to my martial arts.
I've done this. Yeah, no, Chicago's the way to go. All right, yeah. You get some like brick pizza afterwards, it'll be great. Don't worry about it. All right.
I challenge you to Virginia.
A Virginia strap match, all right? Like, what?
I don't know what that is either, but let's just go with it. I challenge you to a
Baltimore House of Horrors match.
Yeah. I was just thinking like the project.
Yeah.
I was thinking of The Wire. I was like, a Baltimore House of Horrors.
And they're like, wait, you mean like the
Wire?
Like the Wyatt family one? No. This is like the Wire.
Is different. This is like we're gonna go to a really dangerous neighborhood.
You're going to West Baltimore, and then you'll see what's up. All right,
we're gonna fight it out.
All right.
Okay, I love this. I love Dean just calling gimmick matches every week. I think that's funny. But unfortunately, WWE listens to this podcast apparently.
Yeah. What else?
And we don't get any credit for anything, so that's fine.
Everything that happened with Rousey and Becky Lynch was...
Rousey's like the worst on the mic.
She's
ever.
Awful.
Oh my God. She was like trying to remember those lines, and she was like, and you know what? This is for the women of the future. I was like, what? What is happening?
Honestly,
this is so bad. Like, she needs to not talk.
Yeah, no, she really needs to not talk.
She needs to just be like, you know what? If I can't defend this title against the rightful challenger, then I'm leaving.
That was good.
That's all she needed to say, but she didn't actually fucking say that. She
didn't know. But like that was like...
That was a good angle, but it was like overshadowed by her. And you know what? Again, it was the women of the movement, the revolution. All right.
I was like, she doesn't have the mic skills to pull that monologue off. What are you doing? Why are you giving her that?
She needs a director. Yeah, and takes and like she's a movie star.
You should have been like
not a like theater actor.
Yeah,
because that's what WWE is ultimately.
It's theater.
It's like let's fucking call a spade a spade. It's theater acting.
Yeah,
it's amazing theater acting when it's done right, and when it's done bad, it's Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, no,
you should. Stephanie, and my best friend. Okay. It's so bad. That was I like Stone Cold Becky Lynch coming out.
She's just great every time she comes out. She like always does something fun.
It's so stupid that she's hobbling. I think they should just give her the knee brace at this point. And it's just what? I'll tell you what, Stone Cold Becky Lynch, don't give a rat's ass about none of you jackasses.
I love that she gets arrested because it's just like, what?
I like how Ronda actually called her out on Twitter. She was like, stop taking photos in your bathroom.
Oh my God.
That was funny, actually. And normally Becky gets the upper hand on the tweets. I'm sure Becky is formulating a comeback.
Probably, yeah.
Like, she is the queen, king, the man, whatever the fuck she wants to be called of Twitter. She's amazing. She feuds with everybody on Twitter. And obviously there was Batista ending fucking Raw.
That was an amazing angle. It was so good.
I mean, I was fucking caught off guard. I was like, yo, that makes total sense. This is great.
I love that like the crowd didn't know how to react because like at first they were like, oh yeah, Batista, and then they're like, oh shit.
Like, it was something special actually.
They're like, is he dragging Ric Flair's dead body behind him? What's going on?
Hey Hunter, do you want to pay me now? And they just walks up.
like the face was so funny. So
I kind of like that because, but it's like he was addressing the fact that the fans knew that they didn't want him right away.
Right.
He's like, "Hey Hunter, do I have your attention now? You want to pay me now?
Give me my money." Oh my God!
I'm not doing Guardians 3. I have off.
You got like 3 months till Dune starts. Come on, let's get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was talking about that in his promo against The Rock and Cena, which is like a triple threat match from Jesus now at this point.
It's gonna be his last match probably at like the next WrestleMania.
Yeah, this is it. This is his last run. I think this is what he's been saying. He wants one good run where he goes against Hunter, and that's it.
I think that's what I think it was gonna be. Is like he's gonna do because he said he wants to come back like almost full time. Like that's what
I heard. Yeah. House shows and all.
Yeah. So like,
I mean, this guy is a movie star. Yeah. Like a real legit movie star.
Yeah. So I think
he makes that money now. You know.
So what I think happens is that he comes back, faces Hunter, and then like stays until like next WrestleMania, kind of, and then like we get that triple threat match we just talked about.
Oh, John Cena versus
versus
the movie star trio.
Yeah, versus each other. To see who's the biggest.
Who's the next movie star? It's not The Miz. We know that.
It's not. It's definitely not The Miz.
Who's the next? It's Joe. It's Roman. Roro.
Well, they're trying to.
He was in Hobbs and Shaw.
He was in Hobbs and Shaw. We'll see.
He's part of the Samoan crew.
I mean, like...
I didn't see Hobbs and Shaw because it's not out in theater shit, but,
I mean, I don't know. You really... The question of who has, like, the best kind of, like...
It's Roman. It's obviously Roman.
Yeah,
but I don't know if he has that, screen presence or
because really what it is, like, for wrestlers, like, the thing I've noticed is, like, the thing that gets them success in Hollywood is, like, comedy. So they
first, yeah.
Yeah, it really is like you have to be like kind of be able to be funny first, and then like after that.
Well, Drax is hilarious.
Yeah, Drax is hilarious. You think about like The Rock's first couple roles, like besides the
Tooth Fairy,
besides like the Scorpion King, with like Tooth Fairy Rundown was like really comedy heavy.
Yeah,
he's really funny and like Get Shorty, the sequel to Get Shorty. I forgot.
Yeah.
But like and Cena was like in like
he was like a football player in one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Cena has been in like, And
I watched those movies pretty much just to support The Rock. When I was watching them, I was like, all right, well, I want to support my boy. But he's not my boy because he doesn't know me. But whatever, you know.
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if Roro has that kind of.
I don't know if he does either, but Rock definitely didn't. Like, did you ever watch The Rock's SNL?
Some of his SNL skits are actually really funny.
Some of them are, but some of them are kind of like, I'm reading lines right now. Like, you can tell.
Yeah.
You and I both know what it's like to just read lines and actually have objectives when you read lines.
Yes, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like, they didn't really start training them for...
I think Hunter was trying to do it, but, like, I don't know what happened with him. He just was like, I'm going to run the company now.
I think he was like, I have a beeline to something that will be more financially lucrative.
Yeah, and it's true. Yeah, it's more of Hunter actually working wrestling, which he really loves.
Yeah,
like the guy really like legit loves wrestling.
And he was also like proxy booking and like following Vince around for years.
Well, yeah, because there was a point where he was just like, you could tell like it was like always Triple H was like, I need the title, I need the title, I am the title, I need the I don't care about the title. Like that was
it kind of got to a point where he just like stopped.
He was like, what am I doing? This is a prop. I'm chasing a prop now.
Yeah,
and like I'm not developing something real. Yeah. And that was like probably the direct transition of him being backstage and being like, I don't need the title. I am not the title. I give the title. You know what I mean? Like, and that is what's important.
I feel like after Batista beat him for the title, that was like his last title run.
Right.
Like, I don't know if it was like his actual last title run, but like I felt like it was the last time you were like, it was like, oh, Triple H is going to be
the guy.
The next, like, he's always going to be in the championship conversation. It was like, okay, Triple H is no longer in the championship conversation.
I mean, he even looks smaller. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't look like the Triple H of like peak 2005.
Oh, yeah.
I think 2005 Triple H was like the strongest looking Triple H I've ever fucking seen.
Well, that's when they were all like fucking like, I mean, I don't know if they were roiding, but they don't.
No, they weren't roiding in 2005. I mean, or at least they were alleging now. Or maybe the masking agents were still like not detectable.
Maybe they were doing that HGH, getting the human growth hormone going.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like he looked fucking ridiculous.
Drinking that baby's milk.
At one point, it was just like, oh. And then now Vince McMahon is the only one who looks ridiculous.
Yeah, because he's drinking that baby's milk, man.
Because Vince McMahon's like, I don't give a fuck. I'll always be strong. You don't understand. Like, I'll be strong until I'm dead.
He's like, what are you?
Because I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Damn it!
Like, what are you drinking, Vince? Oh, this is breast milk. I love it. It's really good for me. It keeps me strong. Like, what do you mean?
Ah, so good. Baby's milk.
Yeah, I got this breast milk from a Cambodian immigrant. It has all the best HGH in it.
You know what else was good this week? Was Finn Balor versus Leo Rush. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a quick one, and it was not a quick one.
It wasn't.
It was pretty for Raw. That was a good match for Raw.
It's a great TV match, and it's also nice to see Finn did in 1916 again. Like, I haven't seen him do that.
I loved that match. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, damn, this is good. What?
It's also
why
nice,
are the fans not into it? I know why. I know why the fans aren't into it. Because they're like, oh wait, Leo Rush can wrestle. Like,
people are like, well,
wait. They didn't realize, like, oh right, that guy could be a contender for the IC title. Yeah. Like he could fight Lashley and maybe win.
Yeah, like he's not just like Lashley. Yeah,
because when you portray somebody in that light where it's like, I'm your manager, it's like, But managers are managers. Like, they don't wrestle managers.
That's true. The Smarks knew. The Smarks who seen him.
The Smarks knew. Like, I knew. I was like, yeah, Leo Rush, the guy who got powerbombed and stood up through the tables or whatever. Like,
yeah.
Like, he took, like, one of the most dangerous moves in all of wrestling history and stood up.
Yeah, I was just like, what are you doing? This guy is insane.
Yeah, so now he's in the ring. He's like, hi, Alexa. I'll get in there. Damn, I don't want to get in there. And then just, like, boom. Destroyed him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Me neither. I'm not sure about that either. I have to turn her off. I forget. Anyway. Yeah, that was a great match.
Yeah.
Great match. What else happened? Nothing really noteworthy. I mean, like, Bayley and Nia defeated Nia Jax. You know, I guess they don't know what to do with the tag titles at this point, but it's fine because you've just invented them. And we've been asking for them for, I don't know, about 3 years now. Maybe longer than 3 years. People have been asking for a women's tag team title.
Yes, that's true.
So it is what it is. Let's move on to SmackDown. Let's do it. Let's just talk about SmackDown. We'll talk about the Kevin Owens return, Matt Hardy return. Kofi Kingston gets screwed out of his Fastlane match, which really, in my opinion, wasn't a screw.
No.
Because if you're a real fan, you know what Vince McMahon did was to make you like Kofi even more than you already do.
It's true. And he got it. He's
getting a Mania match now. Yeah. Like that's pretty much like
if they don't,
I was gonna say like if this is not the set in stone, if this is not the moment where they're like, okay, no, Kofi's not getting a match at Fastlane or Mania, then it's like you guys are assholes. Like,
yeah, no, they're idiots. I mean, and like they're getting wrong. I won't put it past them to be stupid and do something like that.
But I don't think. I think at this point it's all but solid. Like you have to kind of look at this objectively. Like, what is the point of removing him from a Fastlane main event, giving it to Kevin Owens, which you had already said that was going to be Daniel Bryan's original WrestleMania opponent.
Yes, that's what.
And now you've kind of reversed roles and gave the Fastlane spot to Kevin Owens and the Mania spot to Kofi, in which Kofi hopefully wins.
Yeah.
I mean, this would be huge, bro. This would be beyond huge. I mean, you're going to get events like fucking AJ Styles versus Kofi if this happens.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get maybe Nakamura versus Kofi.
It'd be nice to let Kofi
That's another thing that pissed me off this week was Nakamura's like fucking easy loss.
To like get right. Well, I mean, Alistair and Ricochet.
Yeah, I mean, the only dual-branded tag team.
Whatever.
They're like, all right, we brought up 4 people last week. 2 of them remain. It's like a reality show unto itself. But now I want you two to fight for your job. Alistair versus Ricochet. The winner stays on Raw. I know that's where it's going to end up.
Probably, know what I mean? Yeah. But honestly, I thought the Kofi angle was really. I thought the way that Kofi and the New Day played it was really, really well.
Well, they just kept saying 11 years of this shit, and this is how I get paid back. 11 years of busting my ass for this company. And then Big E's like, 11 years this man put in.
It's so funny. Yeah. Oh,
God damn, this is how you treat people after 11 years. No watch, nothing.
I love it. It's so good. I was like, oh, yeah.
They caught lightning in a bottle, and I think they know it.
Yeah,
and if they don't know it,
they're idiots.
Like they're so fucking stupid because they had lightning in a bottle with Rusev. They had lightning in a bottle with Nakamura. They just didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck about the other 2 unlikely competitors. And I won't even say Shinsuke is an unlikely competitor. Shinsuke is like easy to book.
Yeah.
You just have to let Shinsuke, and he fucking wins.
Yep.
I mean, here's the thing that I am glad about. We talked about R-Truth maybe about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, and we said, remember that guy who cut the most dangerous promos?
Yes.
In TNA, the guy who they built the fucking company around, the guy who was the top guy, who was the best wrestler, who put on the best matches. Man, I miss that guy because they got that guy.
Yeah,
they just, forgot. And now, here we go.
Yeah,
and they're using him to like peak efficiency because they know he's good at comedy. They know he has good comedic timing.
He does.
So he's like, they have these moments where he's like, what would John Cena do? That's what I'm trying to do is model myself after John Cena.
Like John Cena will open the title to like an open challenge. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right.
Yeah.
The R-Truth open challenge.
and then 2 guys come out, and then Carmelo's like, well, John Cena would put the title against both of these guys. Well, I'm not doing that. He's like, nah. You know what? R-Truth, you brave too.
Oh, man. I love it.
It's so good.
I love it.
And you know what? I like this. This is fine.
It's a good angle.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see him get squashed back into oblivion again once this is done. Once this little push happens for him.
Yeah.
I want to kind of see him get into the world title mix.
I would like it too.
Because that's what's supposed to happen. When you become the IC champion and you lose the IC title, you're immediately supposed to start going for the world title. Because you now got enough, you have enough notoriety. People know you were a champion. You were good enough. However you lose it, it doesn't matter whether you lose it clean or not. Then you go on to the world title. That's how it's always been. That's how it's traditionally been.
Yep. I agree. Yeah.
And who wouldn't want to see R-Truth versus Kofi or even Bryan for that matter?
Yeah, I mean,
in a not 5-minute match.
Honestly, at this point, it's like the WWE title scene on SmackDown is so it's getting to the point where it feels so like vibrant, where you could just
that's right, yeah,
like
Joe could come in and do something. So Randy Orton now is back in the picture. Again. AJ Styles has always been in the picture. He was the picture for a while.
Yep, and it's like that's what
Raw needs. I was just gonna say, that's what Raw needs. I mean, like, what's up with that world title scene on Raw? Like, you got some guy who doesn't show up. Like, nobody wants that.
No,
nobody wants that. Look, if you're gonna give the title to Lesnar, you got to make him earn the money. You got to make him come every week. Like, look, if you're gonna pay him a lot of money, that's your problem.
Yeah,
we don't need Lesnar. We don't need Goldberg. We don't need any of these high price tag guys.
Not really. Yeah,
we kind of just like whatever. Like Seth Rollins only makes like $300K a year.
Right now, I mean, he's probably gonna resign.
Yeah, obviously he's gonna go 7 figures soon. But I'm saying like, okay, give it to him. Give it to that dude. That dude fucking earns his money. He's here every week. He's on the road with the boys every week.
Yep.
Joe Anoa'i, Romo.
Yeah, right, give it to him.
He's fine. Yeah. We were fine with
we were fine.
We were really okay with his title run. I had no complaints about his title run when he had the championship.
I was like, because he held it for like a month, I guess, maybe like how long?
Boo, cheer. I didn't care. Yeah. I was just happy that it was a main roster, main event guy.
Like, did he even defend it at a pay-per-view? I don't even remember.
I think maybe once.
That's it.
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, yeah, because he had the match with Strowman. Like, that was, like, the big match that was going to happen.
Oh, right. And then he, like, won finally or something like that. That was, like, a big deal because he lost every match to Strowman, right?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It's just, like, what is going on? That's what they tried to, like, turn Strowman heel and to create his own stable because, which is...
Oh, with Brain?
Yeah.
Which is the Dogs of War.
Yeah,
which is now the ultra mid card stable. Now they have
the barons
of Corbin,
the Corbin's
barons,
the Corbin's cabal,
the Corbin's court,
the barons court.
Actually, that would be good if he was Judge Baron.
Oh my god,
I'd love that. That would be great because it would be so terrible. But at this point, I'll take gimmicky stuff.
Yeah, why not?
Like, what is he doing now? He was the GM. He was doing good at that. I thought for a little bit, I thought that was a good angle.
It was,
and then the ratings started tanking, but I don't think it was his fault. Like WWE tries to say that it was his fault.
Yeah, no, really.
It was the fact that you gave it to Lesnar and Lesnar didn't show up. Like that's kind of where it wound up.
Yeah,
Roman fell off because of leukemia. Lesnar doesn't have the title. You have a product that has no objective week in and week out. That's why your fucking shit failed. That's why you're panicking now. That's why AEW's like, we're stepping up if you're not.
Yeah. We gotta make that money.
Let's put up or shut up, man. Like there's money to be made out there and they didn't want to make it. That's,
I'm tall and short of it.
What'd you say?
That's the tall and short of it.
Pretty much. So
what else?
Yeah. Charlotte Flair.
That was a decent promo. I mean, it felt like more like just to have her out there. Like, like we need to remember that Charlotte's going to be in the title pick. Yeah, we get it.
Because it's been Ronda and Becky, even though Charlotte's the one in the thing.
No, like, we get it. She's going to be
But she didn't even seem upset that her father got beat down the night before. No. Didn't even address the fact that, like, I would start to kind of, like, stray a little bit, and I think that's a good angle to get her to not pay attention long enough for Becky to kind of weasel her way back in.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
You know what I mean? Like, where she's just like, and you know what, Batista? If I were a man, man, I know somebody who's a man. Like, like that could be a thing.
That could be, actually could work, yeah.
Yeah. I would whip that candy. Yeah. So, what do you think about the Hardys coming back? And Jeff delivering or not Jeff, but Matt delivering a very, very not broken woken promo.
It was weird. It was nice to see Matt come back. It was just weird for hear him like be like,
"We are the greatest tag team in space and time,"
and then be like, "Yeah, my broken brilliance and my woken." And I was just like, "What?"
It's all united. It's all united now. I can talk normal again.
And I'm just like, "No."
I spent some time with my family back in Carolinas, and everything's good now again. I don't need therapy or anything.
I was like, "No, you need to break again. Break now.
Break." brick.
They're
capitalizing on the nostalgia act again.
That's what I think. Yeah,
that's exactly what they're doing. Because that's what WWE likes to go. They're like, listen, now's not the time for chances. AEW is on the horizon, Matt. I need you to kind of be a team player.
Ugh.
I know your contract is expiring in 11 days. I know you haven't signed. We're pulling a no-compete clause extravaganza dilemma.
Yeah.
You have to now stay another year. Come on now, Vince. That's dirty pool.
That's true. But, that's Vince's shit, bro. He's like, nah, fam. Nah.
Listen, you were injured. I need you. I need you, Matt.
I need your skills.
I need your broken, woken, whatever, mumbo jumbo. But I need you to channel that into Matt Hardy. Can you be Matt Hardy again? I could be it, but, it ain't going to be what you think it's going to be.
It ain't going to be broken brilliance. All right.
Now, listen, Matt. Come on. Just do it for Vinnie Mac. Come on. You're going to get a Hall of Fame out of this.
All right, fine. I feel like that's how it ended. He's just like, all right, fine. Just leave me alone.
But I can't believe they signed them together as like a team, like as a unit where they can re-up both of their contracts like that.
I don't think
that's kind of the crazy part to me. Whereas like Matt's talking shit, he's like, "Yeah, in 11 days I might be in AEW. I don't know what's going on. Woo, I'm Matt Hardy, baby. Woo."
The thing about it is I think Matt didn't want to come back, and Jeff did.
Right.
So I could see it being like they're like, all right. As like a condition, we're going to sign the same contract. So if
Matt would have been totally fine out there in the 80s.
Yeah, but like
as broken Matt Hardy.
I don't think Jeff would have wanted to be in the Fed by himself. Like I think he was okay with a singles run as long as.
Well, yeah, because Matt kind of balances him out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he gets into trouble and he drinks, and like it still kind of happened. Yeah. He had an incident early in the year.
Yeah, where he had like a DUI.
Yep.
But like it was like
which didn't. Somehow these DUIs are not killing their pushes, which I'm glad.
Yeah.
Look, Jeff was not anywhere near a push anyway. I don't think. So
yeah, I mean,
it didn't really
it was
derail him too much.
It was like apparently it was like he didn't drink that much. He had drank like a little bit, but it was enough to be DUI.
Yeah, like he blew a 0.2 on the scaler, and the 0.1 is the lowest you could be legally.
Yeah. So he had a couple of drinks. That being said, when he's with Matt, he's a little bit more.
He's got priors, baby. He's got them priors, baby.
He definitely had them priors.
He definitely had them priors.
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura, it's so disappointing, dude. It's so disappointing to see where he is on the card.
They need to do something.
Because here's the thing: Rusev and Shinsuke are both big time dudes.
Yeah.
And then they didn't even play into the storyline where they didn't want to team with each other. They were just like a cohesive unit, which actually surprised me. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What is this? And they were just kind of fodder for Alistair. And you know what really disturbed me? Alistair getting one on Shinsuke. Like, that's a fucking Mania match in itself, Alistair versus Shinsuke.
I agree.
Like, how do you not...
I agree.
I'm so pissed off at that booking. Like, really, like, I think, like, if anything... If you need to continue a storyline into next week, maybe you shouldn't have clean wins.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, you should do something that like
because like what's your objective in having Alistair and Ricochet, who are two main eventers in their own right, and Shinsuke and Rusev, who are also two main eventers in their own right? What's the objective of having them in a team fighting each other? Where's the payoff come from?
Yeah.
Why even have the match? You know what I mean? Like there's so many other things you could have done. Like I think it would have been more constructive to keep them off the fucking TV.
I agree
at this point than put them on the TV. Have Shinsuke take a loss. The only people who kind of benefit is Alistair and Ricochet. Not even that much. It's not like they beat anybody.
Yeah.
Like they didn't beat the Bar. They didn't beat the Usos. They didn't beat anybody. They just beat. It was just like a filler. It was like, all right, let's just take a couple of minutes on the card.
That's what it felt like a little bit. I mean, it was still a great match. It was just like we're gonna fill up some time, and you're gonna beat these two singles competitors who deserve better, but are not getting better. That's.
Well, there is this brand called NXT where they can be and not be up here right now, dicking around and fighting fucking Shinsuke and Rusev.
Vince
when
likes his money.
Shinsuke and Rusev can be fighting each other.
Nah, Vince likes his money.
I understand that. But it's not making you money. Like over the long term, value. Like it's doing nothing.
I mean, that's what Vince thinks he's gonna make him money, and that's his whole thing.
Yeah. Apparently, Ciampa and Gargano reunited.
DIY.
I mean, I guess they kind of had to do it because they've been putting them as a tag team.
DIY heel DIY got out together, but guess what got leaked?
What's that?
The card for WrestleMania, not for NXT Takeover Brooklyn.
Oh, really? What happened?
And WrestleMania, the WrestleMania NXT. What's the main event? I guess.
Johnny versus Tommaso.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
baby. It's lit. So this DIY reunion is gonna be short lived, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the groundwork they're laying. I just wish they weren't on all three brands all of a sudden. It's kind of sad, because this is like
it doesn't make sense because there's a brand split actively going on. So until you actually tear it down, there's a light brand split going on.
There's,
but I remember when they were heavier brand splits and lighter brand splits, and this is definitely one of the lightest I've seen in a while.
It's pretty light.
Yeah, it's kind of like, all right, this is like right before Daniel Bryan and he won the titles from Randy Orton. It was like right before that, and they were just like brand split over. And that's coincidentally when SmackDown loses its ratings.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So I don't know how I feel about this ending of the brand split. Just FYI, I don't know how I feel about it. I think they got to keep something. They got to keep something exclusive. There's got to be a reason to watch SmackDown.
That's true.
So
so we'll see. I don't know.
Like, fine. You want to combine the world titles? You want to combine the tag titles? That's fine. But keep the IC or the US title exclusive to Raw and SmackDown. That's honestly what I think is the right play here.
I agree.
So, yeah.
I think that was the big thing that happened on NXT.
Oh, the two of these guys?
And Bailey and Sasha showing up.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of cool.
That was dope, yeah.
They came back to their roots. Oh, and Mia Yim versus Shayna Baszler, which I kind of, I was really excited about that.
Yeah?
So, yeah.
I mean, Shayna.
Shayna can wrestle, dude.
She can, but she's...
You're just bored of her. You're bored of the character.
Yeah, she kind of...
Bored of the generic heel. Like, I'm a bad guy because I'm a bad guy, and that's what bad guys do.
Look at me.
I'm the ace of spades.
Ace of spades, all right? The spades of aces, okay? All right? That's what I do. I choke people, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Shayna Baszler, and I don't give a fuck. All right, well, that was pretty much wrestling this week. I can't think of anything else except for the fact that we kind of missed. Actually, we missed last week all the wrestlers getting fired. We missed TJP. We missed 10 Ty Dillinger. And then there was one more.
Video confirmed.
Oh yeah, but we knew that. So, but yes,
Arn Anderson also.
What was that? What was that about?
He got into a fight with Vince, and then shit escalated. And
that's the real story. I read the story that they wanted it to be where they had new fresh faces or something like that.
Whatever.
What was the fight about? Do you know?
No, but apparently they've not.
It was probably the direction of the product.
They've not been friendly for a minute, so I don't know.
Well, whatever. All right. Well, that was Smark Tank. Thanks for tuning in. You can reach us at our website at smarktank.com, on our Facebook at facebook.com/ILikeSmarks. You can reach to us on our Twitter at ILikeSmarks, and our email at wearesmarks@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in to the Smark Tank. We will be back next week.